So, we are one more match day away, or two more match days away from the finale, and we enter the EFL playoffs, and it starts right now for match day 45. Hi again, it's me. Today, we're doing my EFL match day 45 predictions, and who is hyped for match day 45 of the EFL match day? It has gone far too quick this season, but I don't know what happened next season, but yep. Yeah, blood touch today. I'll get myself at least these 5 or 6 months today. Every year, really nice. And make sure you subscribe as we're trying to get ourselves to the 200 subs by the May bank holiday. And yep, no messing about because they have lots of ups and downs, and they're right over here. There's loads. But you have no messing about the Friday night. Stoke City against Sheffield United now. Sheffield United, yeah, Sheffield United. Lost 2-1 Burnley on Easter Monday League, but Burnley getting automatic promotions. Congratulations, Burnley and Leeds. So, yep. And we'll Sheffield United sort out playoffs for them, which I've been told that the EFL highlights roasted Sheffield United and say, which they never won in the EFL playoffs. That's not a roast. You just got assaulted by the EFL highlights woman. And for Stoke, again, they're getting pulled back into the relegation battle. But I really think we're very tight. Both teams are, yeah, it's going to be very tight. I think a 1-1 draw for this one. But then the Luton taking Coventry now for the 12th for the last kick off. Yep, who is hype? Who is hype? Yeah, Luton, if they didn't win against Bristol City, this could have been the most unreal day for Luton in their club history, because they could have made it back-to-back relegation. They could be going back-to-back relegations, and they still could, and that could lead the Premier League. £4.5 million fine from the EFL. I think they might go to the EFL or the FA for that money, but who knows? But yeah, it'll be a good game to watch. The last time I met Luton on Coventry. Coventry turned it around and went 3-2, and it was the 2023 playoff final, but that was a long time ago now. And both teams are fighting for their reward. And Coventry got destroyed by Plymouth on Easter Monday. Imagine it happens again. I think it's going to happen, but Coventry will hold it 2-2 draw for this one. But then the QPR taking Burnley now. QPR have got nothing to play for other than they have to do a guard of honour for Burnley. And here's the thing, when Burnley were about to be champions, they actually beat Burnley 2-1 at Turf Moor. Could they do a replay and beat Burnley, which haven't lost since the start of November? Could we see a replay happening? But I doubt it. I really think a 2-0 win to Burnley for this one. As in the Bristol Rovers taking on Reading now. Bristol Rovers. Yeah, they lose this, and yeah, if Bristol Rovers lose, I really think they could be cooked because Burton's got a game in hand, and yep, and Bristol Rovers, this is a must-win game really, and Reading's deadline for selling the club is being extended for another 2 weeks. But yeah, it'll be a good game to watch really. Reading, down to 7th. Bristol Rovers are still in 21st after losing 1-0 to Stevenage. Really embarrassing goal to concede, but I'm still going to back Bristol Rovers. 1-1 draw for this one. But in the Leyton Orient Wickham now, it's 6th versus 3rd, and this could be a playoff match, a playoff semi-finals match, that we could be talking about in at least 2.5 weeks' time. But could it happen, really? Could it happen? Because if Wickham lose, Wrexham could be a step away from promotion to the second tier in just 3 in a row. Now in 3 years. That's just unreal for them. But it'll be a good game to watch, really. I have a feeling later on can actually beat Wickham. Wickham will slip. I really think a 2-0 win to Leyton Orient for this one. And then to a massive clash now in League 2. 1st versus 3rd. Doncaster taking on Bradford now. I could explode. Or could I actually explode? Could I really explode for this game? But I believe Doncaster will set off a full attended stadium at the Eco Power Stadium for the first time in almost a year when they played against Crewe and sadly lost 2-0 and Top Ends in the second leg. But I really think it'll be a very tight one really for Doncaster. But I really think a win for them would send them to the League One and they could be ended up being champions if Port Vale mess up. But yeah, who knows really. Bradford, they might actually pull this off, but Doncaster, I mean, they will be marching into League One. Promotion to League One will happen here. And a 3-2 win to Doncaster for this one. But in the AFL Lincoln Port Vale now, yeah, AFC winning. They beat Port Vale, Doncaster will be champions with a win, as I said that Doncaster will win. Port Vale, if they lose, Doncaster champions. But they could, I really think it could go on to the final day, but it will be a very tight game to watch, really. It's going to be extremely tight. Arizona only want to finish in the 5th or 4th just to get a home tie in the second leg. But I really think they could actually do it, but it'll be very, very tight. I'm going to go for a very tight fence. 1-1 draw for this one, but Port Vale might be very close on getting a winning goal. But then there's a 1 o'clock kickoff. Harrogate took on Notts County now. Yep. Harrogate, I think they are alright for League 2 for another season. Notts County, if they mess up again, yeah, I really think it'll be our first leg tie at home in the playoffs. But I really think that's basically going to happen here. I mean, basically what's going to happen in Notts County, but I have a feeling that Notts County may probably get some of Harrogate, but it'll be very tight. I think a 2-1 win in Notts County, Harrogate will be alright for another season, which I really think they've already done it like on this Monday. But then to the 3 o'clocks for staying in League 2. Salford and Colchester now, it's 9th versus 8th. It's a playoff chasing pack game, because if one of them lose, I really think their chance of getting into the playoffs will be slim. And that's a lot of slims. But yeah, it'll be a very tight game to watch, really. Last time, I remember a year ago, this was both teams were in the bottom 6. Now they're fighting for the playoffs. But it'll be extremely tight. 1-1 draw for this one. But in the Tottenham taking Carlisle now. Carlisle. It is now or never. Could they pull off the unthinkable? The unthinkable 1999 when they played Plymouth Argyle and the goalkeeper went on to score to make it 2-1 Carlisle in the dying moments, and then they stayed in the EFL for another season. But I have a feeling Carlisle, they're never going to back down. They're never backing out. I have a feeling it's going to be a 1-0 win to Carlisle here. Carlisle will take it on to the final day. But then the MK Dons taking Grimsby now. Grimsby's 7th place. They are fighting for that final playoff spot, or 6th place, but who knows. MK Dons have got nothing to play for despite winning 1-0 against Crewe on Easter Monday. But it's really tight. Last time at the MK Stadium, Grimsby won 2-1 on like 13 months ago. But it'll be a very tight game to watch. But I think it's really tight. I think a 1-1 draw for this one, really. And into Walsall taking Accrington now. Walsall. They were really close on winning. Very late, but the handball in the final seconds disallowed Walsall to get the first win in 2 months. Because you have to feel bad for Walsall. You gotta feel bad for Walsall at this stage. They were 15 points clear of second now. They are 5 points behind Doncaster now. They're going to make it. I really think they will get a win. I really think this could be the one that could get Walsall a win. But it'll be extremely tight. I think a 1-0 win to Walsall for this one. But it'll be extremely tight. Now, heading into the championships. Hull taking Derby now in a massive relegation clash. A survival clash. This could be insane. One of them teams are going to stay up, or maybe 2. This is Hull's final MKM Stadium game of the season. But it'll be a very tight game to watch, really. Last time at Derby Stadium, it was 1-1. And it's going to be a extremely tight game to watch, really. It's going to be extremely tight. Hull won 2-1 against Preston, and as they turned it around 2 penalties in a row. But it'll be extremely tight. Derby beat the West Brom 3-1, so extremely tight. I think they're just going to go to this one. I think a 2-2 draw is happening at the MKM crib. But then the Preston taking Plymouth now. Yeah, Preston. They're getting pulled into the relegation scrap battle, but you're not going to go down, Preston. Plymouth might actually stay up. Plymouth may stay up. And I said in the start of the season they'll be 21st. It could still happen. It could still happen. They pulled off loads of mad stories this season, and this could be the biggest one. And I think it's still gonna happen. It still could happen. Plymouth is winning again in my mind. 2-1 win to Plymouth for this one. It's going to the final day for Plymouth. But in the Cardiff taking West Brom now. We have Cardiff lose. They're relegated with Plymouth if Derby win. But yeah, will that happen really? Will that happen? But Cardiff drawn 1 on the Oxford Easter Monday with Aaron Ramsey's debut with their 3 games. But yeah, but it was really tight for this one. It's really a really tight game to watch, really. West Brom sacked their manager Toby Mowbray, so West Brom's managerless. So I really think it's really tight. I think that Cardiff might actually get something out of this. 1-0 win to Cardiff. It's going to be extremely tight at the end of the relegation zone. And in the Millwall team with Swansea now, both teams in for a late playoff push. Could they really get into the playoffs? But Swansea, if they win, that'll put them very interesting. But a win, yeah, they need to let other results go their favour if they want to get to the playoffs. But they might be too late. But they don't care really. They are gonna win. And Millwall are also gonna get 3 points out of 3 points out of 1 point. Who knows on how many points they'll get from Millwall. But if it's really tight for this one, it's going to be extremely tight. 1-1 draw for this one. And then into League One now with Burton and Cambridge now. It's going to be a massive clash. Because if Burton win, they might be on one step closer again on securing another League One season again. And for Cambridge lose, they will be relegated to League 2 for the first time since 2021. But yeah, it'll be a good game to watch. Really, last time Cambridge got in their first dub against Burton in the last tournament, and it'll be a very tight game to watch, really. It's been very tight. I have a feeling Cambridge might survive another day. I really think a 1-0 win to Cambridge for this one. There might be a lot of 1-0s for this match day. But in the Crawley to Wrexham now, similar to Crawley, because if they lose, they'll be relegated if either Bristol Rovers or Burton win. And yeah, who knows really? And for Northampton, smash 3-4 on Easter Monday to secure another season in League One, which I think they will. But I have a feeling that Crawley may actually will get another win as they beat the next 3-1 on Easter Monday. But I really think they'll get another win to fight for survival. I have a feeling a 2-1 win to Crawley for this one. But then the Stockport taking Lincoln now. Stockport secure playoffs after turning around against Huddersfield 2-1 at Edgley Park on Easter Monday. And Lincoln beat Bolton 4-2 while being 2-0 up, and being 2-2 down, and being 4-2 up. Absolute scenes, absolute cinema for Lincoln. And it will be a good game to watch, really. It's been very tight to watch, but last night Lincoln beat it to Stockport 2-1, but I really think Stockport has kind of changed quite a lot, but I really think Stockport will probably get something as they want to try getting a home tie in the second leg for the playoffs and probably have a chance to get to second. I think a 2-0 win to Stockport for this one. And you all know we have the 5:30 kickoff. At 5:30 kickoff, Birmingham Wrexham take on Charlton at 5:30 kickoff on a Saturday night. Who is hype? Who is hype? It's second against fourth. As it stands, I think Wycombe will lose. And if it stays like that, Wrexham will be one step away from being 3 in a row National League to the Championship in 2 years. And in 25 months, they will from National League and be in the Championship automatics. Yeah, I'm just yapping, but no messing about. Last time it was a 2-2 draw at the Valley. What a game it was, really. We could have a similar scoreline to that at the Wrexham Stadium. But I have a feeling Charlton, they beat Wycombe 4-0, so they could get something against Wrexham at Wrexham. And I'm wondering Wrexham's promotion pie might be delayed. And I think it's going to happen here. A 2-1 win to Charlton for this one. Charlton will be in the automatic push on the final day. Right into the Sunday game now. Birmingham took Manchester now. But Birmingham got 102 points in League One. And if I had him on a fancy team, the club Birmingham 9 points, and chased Alfie May on fancy team, and the centre back, I don't know his name, but it'll be a good game to watch. Really, Birmingham, I think they'll make it under the 5. Mansfield, I think they'll be alright for another season in League One. So I really think Birmingham will walk over Mansfield, but Mansfield have a good fight really. I really think a 3-1 win to Birmingham for this one in their final home game of League One. But then to Monday Night Football now. Leeds take on Bristol City now. Leeds, congratulations on Leeds and getting promoted to the Premier League. Yeah, man, well, Bristol City up to 5th, despite losing the 3-1 to Luton on Easter Monday, so at least they get a 7-day rest. But if it'll be a very tight game to watch, really. Could Bristol City beat Leeds? But it'll be quite tight, but I have been Leeds may probably beat Bristol City. It'll be a very tight one to watch. I think Bristol will probably have a good fight, but I have a feeling a 3-2 win to Leeds for this one. But yeah, if you're wondering, here are some of our predictions on the fantasy team for Game Week 48 right here. And if it's my prediction, and if you can come down below your predictions to me. And if you've enjoyed this video, I have enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!